So you know how to reboot your brain, right? You have to put your right index finger, push it into your temple, hold it for 4 to 5 seconds, and then let it go.
Wow.
It's what's called a hard reset.
How hard do I have to press?
Just keep going until you can't, till you pass out.
Push it as hard as you can until colors start bleeding together.
I can't say I've ever pushed on my temple that hard before. I mean, I felt like I was drilling a hole into my head. Wow.
Well, if you don't know your own body, Mike, how are you going to know the bodies of anybody else? You got to know yourself before you can love others. Something like that.
I'm 2 knuckles deep into my skull, and all I can taste is Doritos.
I smell burning.
Hi, welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely nerve competitors: a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other guy. And now it's gloves off. Set your dictionaries for fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzak.
Welcome to Word Rango there, partner. My name's Mike Suzak.
Can we get a soundbite of you spitting into a spittoon right now? And then maybe a bar fight breaks out in the background?
Yeah, in the saloon.
Yeah.
You look like you wandered into the wrong town, partner.
We don't take kindly to your words around here.
my crew of cowboy outlaw types.
Oh my god!
Not taking kindly to you. You city slicker types. I'm joined this week by Bob Ball.
Everything is awesome!
Dave Hinkle.
It's something about fire and hearing me roar, I guess. I don't know. Are we singing songs?
And Ryan Lewis.
Don't mess with Texas. Don't do it.
We could retcon the whole fucking intro at this point, whatever. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you people listening 4 words this week, just like we do every week, definitions, all that fun stuff. Thank you all for listening, and get ready, because I'm gonna start this off with the first ever in Word Rango history. Last week, Bob and Dave, you guys tied with the words Sinter and Ganch.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ganch!
Dave say it.
Normally at this point, we would just pick who gets first word. I'm not doing that this week. This week, it's called a toss-up! And in order to perform a toss-up, we need, between you, Dave, and Bob, we need you guys to guess what word I am thinking of. I will give you guys 3 clues. Okay. I will say them slowly. You guys can shout out the word anytime. Whoever
this
gets
is gonna
it
work.
first
This is
gets
totally
it
gonna
right.
work.
I don't care. Okay, clue number 1. It's a compound word.
Rob Ford.
That is okay. Let's just move on. Clue number 2. The second definition on Google is damage or weaken.
Geocaching.
Dave isn't even guessing. I mean,
I don't know. What do you mean damage or weaken? Crit point? I don't know. What?
And the third clue, it is the opposite of over yours.
The dating game.
Down under. No, wait. Over yours.
Weak.
Undermine.
There it is. Undermine.
All
Dave
right,
wins. Dave, you get first word this week, Dave.
That's a compound word.
What is your word?
Okay. My word this week is natees.
Natees.
Your natees.
Natees.
So is it a pirate named Nate?
Yeah, Nate is a real tease. It's like I'm sick and tired of Nate teasing me.
Ryan, 52 points if you can guess the spelling for natees.
Oh, it's got to be Nayteez. Natees.
Close, but you're about 14 letters off.
Fuck.
Dave, what is it? How do you spell it?
Nates. Now, I know you want to say Nates, right? But I specifically went to a couple different websites, and I was like, hey, friendly female robot voice, tell me how to say this word. And it is Nates.
Nates.
Phonetically spelled, it is N-A with a little line over the A, a dash, a T with an E with a little line over the E, and then a Z at the end.
Out of curiosity, is there an apostrophe between the E and the S? So
no, this isn't one of those Italiano words. Okay? This is just straight up.
My guess is that it is indicating whether something belongs to your friend Nate. So it's just
Exactly.
Nate. Like, hey, whose beer is that over there? Oh, that's Nate's beer. That's Nate's.
No, I mean, everybody knows which beer is Nate's because he has a label maker. He loves to use it. We all know that.
Yep.
He labels every single one of his Budweisers, so nobody will touch him.
Well, Nate's in a label making business. It's Nate's Labels. And
That's true.
Nate is the best at labeling everything. I mean, have you guys ever used those label making machines? You start typing and stuff, and it's easy to fuck up. Once you fuck it up, you got to tear the whole thing off, start all over again. He doesn't have a typo ever. And if you tell him a word like Kalpasa Quinonia, he's going to get it right away. And it's incredible. So Nate's labeling system is it's
impeccable.
As a professional labeler. Yeah. So
a modern day bartender is called a mixologist. He's a labelologist. Like
exactly.
He's an expert in his craft.
Exactly. So anyways, not many words that indicate possession of anything, like a controlled substance, is something that gets a proper word in the dictionary. But Nate, your boy Nate, like Nate Dogg, he gets that. So Nate's, the word you're giving us this week is to indicate that Nate has something. That's Nate. That belongs to Nate. So
is that your guess?
That's my guess.
Okay.
No, you are so far off.
Bob, go ahead. What's your guess?
So Nates is derived from the old French language, and it's the meaning behind the greatest story ever told. Potato chips. So hear me out. Potato chips are what made the Greeks invent Mount Olympus. Potato chips are why Abraham Lincoln crossed the Delaware to free the Pittsburgh Steelers. And most importantly, it's hard to do that one with a straight face. Potato chips are what fueled the first 3 manned missions to the sun. Potato chips. Ask for them by name.
I can only. I mean, just imagine getting that. Getting called up to get that one-way ticket to the sun.
I love the ask for it by name thing. Like you go into a corner store and you're like, "Yes, I want potato chip brand potato chips," and the guy just looks at you like, "What are you, an idiot? Like just buy a pack of hers." Like, no, I want potato chip brand, the original potato chip. That's what I want. The one that fueled the
And if you
mission
have
to
them,
the sun.
I would like the Nates.
So Nates, you're saying Nates is the brand of chips, or is it? You kind of said a lot of shit there, Bob. Like clarify that
the
for me.
Steelers coming to Mount Olympus. I don't think that this is historically accurate.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you don't ever want to. If you're Hercules, you don't want to cross over the middle of the field while Troy Polamalu's there. Like you're
you're gonna get taken out.
You're in for a rude awakening.
History is written by the victors, and last week I won.
8 rings.
Nates. Ask for them by name.
All right. Something about potato chips in Super Bowl 40. Ryan, sorry, I had to. What is your guess for Nates?
Well, Nates is that it's basically like it's a simulated feeling through a cream of when your wealth is about to get taken away, but then your friend Warren G shows up and helps you regulate, and they've actually turned that into a cream that you can spread all over your body, and it's called Nates, and it's NATE-EZE. Easy E can eat a big fat dick.
Just hit the east side on
I love it.
I mean, seriously,
Nate
like
Dogg.
you're driving, you're having a good Friday night, you're out there,
Yeah.
and these dudes just stop your car and they take your Rolex, they take your wealth, and then all of a sudden you rub this cream all over you and you've got Nates and you're feeling good and you just hit the east side.
Yeah, and you turn to your brother, you say, "Damn, what's next?"
Exactly.
Man, these skirts sure know what's up with 213.
Seriously, put some of that Nates all over you and you'll be fine.
Regulators!
Round up.
I feel like you guys missed the 2 very obvious definitions for this word. Not that either one are correct, but think of like cooties. Now you got Nates, right? Now I say Nates, but of course, I have a track record for mispronouncing things. So maybe it's like natties, right? So it's like the male version of cooties, but like with nads. So it's like you got nads, you got natties, like you are gross in that way, right? And then you also have nudies, which are like female nude pics. And then like Naties are like the male version, where it's just nothing but like a portfolio full of just nut shots, just like nothing but scrotums, and that's like your thing, you know?
Or it could just be pronounced Nates, like we had talked about before.
I think the true
that too.
I think the true first in Word Rango history is someone offering their own fake definitions for the word that they brought to the fucking table. This is like, what?
He's workshopping it all day. He's just like, oh man, oh wait, that's my word.
All
This
day.
is what you guys could have done.
This has been the last week of my life, you guys. Like, I've meticulously researched a word for this week. And, you know, if anything, we are pioneers in the word game. So
This is true.
We're constantly pushing the envelope. But the definition
tell us.
of naties is very simple. It is a one-word definition.
Okay.
And the reason why I picked this is because the example sentence on Sexy Merriam-Webster is just so deliciously good. But it is a one-word definition, and naties is another word for buttocks.
Ooh.
Buttocks. Yes. Now, here's the sentence that just, I fucking lose it every time. The cleavage of his naties was obvious in those low-slung pants.
Wow, there's so much to dissect there. Now, the first thing that you normally go to right away is the cleavage of the buttocks. Because, come on, like, colloquially, that's the crack. I don't even think I'm using that word right.
Well, no, I mean,
cleavage.
Just a crack, but also, like, if you have a good butt, then you've got, like, a little bit of up butt hanging out from the top of those low-slung jeans.
But
So
that's
wearing your Wonder underpants?
and that's the thing we need to dissect more is the low-slung jeans. I've never walked into a Gap and then seen, you know, you have like loose-fitting, straight leg, boot cut, low-slung. I can't say that low-slung is ever there, and it should be. So now, if you have low-slung jeans, how are they different from, say, hip huggers or like, you know, or like boot cut jeans? What's the cut difference that makes them low-slung? What exactly is low about the slung?
I think there's a little bit more room in the crotch area for a penis as opposed to like the traditional woman's hip hugger jeans, which account for, you know, no like need
Negative
for
space.
an area. Yeah, negative space, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
I was picturing something that was kind of like the, you know, like a, you know, kind of like a V-neck T-shirt, right? It kind of cuts down, like intentionally. I don't know.
Well, do you remember that old SNL skit where they had the tri-leg jeans, where they had like the one leg that's just kind of flapped out like a loose, limp elephant trunk, just like hanging out there? And you know, maybe that's it. Maybe it's kind of like that.
That is pretty low slung.
It's very low slung.
Okay.
Nadies,
butts. Of course, it's butts. I should have known.
butts, and nadies.
Bob, you also won last week. I'd like for you to go next. What is your word this week?
Internet, hello. I would like to give you this week's winning word, and this week's winning word is unmew. Unmew.
Unmew.
Okay.
I feel like you're missing a couple letters there. Dave, do you have a guess as to the spelling for unmew?
I'm gonna say UNMEW.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
Unmew.
which brings me to my definition. So you know, have you guys seen Time Cop?
Sure.
Okay, so you know how like two of the
Van
same,
Damme?
yeah, that's the Van Damme vehicle, yes. Where you can't have
Well, it's
two
a
of the
movie,
same.
but instead of a
No,
car.
it's a vehicle that launched
He
his
rode
career.
that thing into stardom, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a core like concept within that movie where two of the same
travel?
physical entities can't occupy the same space, or else they just cancel each other out. And it's
Like the 10th law of thermodynamics.
exactly, yes. Thank you, Ryan. And so basically, I think to unmew would be to get into a Pokemon battle and you throw out a Mew
Jesus Christ.
because it took you forever to catch that Mew. But all Pokemon are essentially the same. They're made up the same like chemical makeup, right? So you throw a
Crackers.
Mew out into a battle, and then the opposite trainer throws his own Mew out, and then basically like if they go to attack each other in any kind of melee context, then they just touch, and then it's like a supernova and it destroys everything, and then you lose all your save data. So that's an unmew, I think.
You lost me at Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Took a left turn.
if anybody is doing the Word Rango drinking game, take a shot when Pokemon's mentioned. I think we do that. a
Or
little
take a
bit.
shot when like King of the Hill or Pokemon comes up when Dave's talking.
But you know what? You know
It's
what?
like
though?
when Hank Hill throws a Pokemon.
Yes, Dave, I'd like for you to go back and add Hank Hill into this equation, please.
What are you talking about? Fruit pies, Bobby Hill, Hank Hill. No, okay, so here it is. Let me set the scene.
God damn it, Mew.
God damn it, Bobby. Is there anything a Mew can't do? So, Hank Hill's mowing his lawn, and, Dale Gribble comes over, and he's very jealous, and so he challenges him to a Pokemon battle, right?
Okay.
And one of the things that happens when you mow your lawn is you find a lot of those wild Pokemon, like, in the tall grass, right? So basically Hank Hill's just scooping them up by the dozen. And, Dale wants his share, so he finds a Mew. Hank's already got a Mew because he's an A-class trainer. He's been playing forever. And they have a duel on the front lawn. And then Bill Dotrieve's over on the side, just being Bill. Just doing Bill stuff with his dirty tank top.
Well, I'm happy we did go back for that.
Yeah, that was wonderful, right?
No, I actually did enjoy that. It was a nice little story. Ryan, what is your guess as to what unmew means?
Yeah, this is a tough one, but I think we have a lot of cows in our country, and there's lots of different classes of cows, and there's definitely those pretentious kind of cows when you come by, and like
upper class
cows. They're like grass fed and shit, and not like kind of stuck together like most cows are, like in these huge mass dairy farms and stuff like that. So they've got kind of their own pastures and stuff, and like they don't want to be bothered to do anything, and like so they're just walking around like mew, mew, that kind of thing. But basically, to unmew them would be to put them in their place, like just fucking shove them into some crazy dairy farm where like they're just shoved tet to tet, teat to teat to teat, and you unmew those bastards, those pretentious ass cows that are all grass fed, and that's what happens sometimes, like when you need to save a buck, and also when you need to put those fuckers in their place, man.
I'm trying to think of some sort of equivalent of taking like the high class person and then putting them with the commoners. It's kind of like
Trading Places with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I'm
also the Titanic, like the entire Titanic.
Yeah, true. I was also thinking, what's that one reality show with like the boss that's like the CEO?
Oh, Undercover Boss. Yeah,
Undercover Boss. It's
Biggest
like undercover.
Loser.
It's like Undercover Cows or something, right?
Dancing with the Bosses.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I was trying to find some sort of equivalent there to make more sense. But I get
they get totally unmewed. Yeah. Like, I mean, because those bosses, they're all highfalutin, they're all up there and stuff like that. They get put down with those like lowly subordinates, and then they get unmewed and put in their place, and they kind of see the errors of their ways.
Well, yeah, it's like
a really touching story.
Like the CEO of Arby's has to be put over with all the cows, and is that where we're going?
They don't even put him in. They don't put him in another Arby's. They just like fucking put him in. Like,
they put him in the stable,
milking him and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Like, listen. Yeah.
If you send the CEO of Walmart to a dairy farm, what's going to happen to him? He gets unmewed. I think that's where we're going.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
My definition for unmew. It's a weird word, right? Normally at this point I'd break it apart, but I think what this actually means. Have you guys ever seen an adult that has the face that looks so much like an infant child?
Oh yeah,
No. I mean, like, seriously, like an adult baby, like a full-grown infant, like a person.
Yep, Dave Hinkle.
A person walking around that. You look at them.
Pokemon references.
I mean, like you look at them and then you have to do a double take because you're like, that man has the face and head of a child, and it looks like the spitting, like no beard or like very clean, and just kind of like the chubby cheeks that look like a baby. Like it's a baby, but it's an adult, and that's what an unmew is a full-grown infant. That's an unmew.
Talking about Andy Richter, like that kind of, like he's very
kind of.
Give him a bottle, like you just want to give him a bottle and like kind of tickle him.
Sure, but I don't mean kind of. I mean absolutely. Like spitting image, that's a baby, but they're walking around in a suit, like and they're going to work. But that's
you want to change that diaper, but like, yeah,
that's what.
Like, what are you doing in your dad's clothes, baby? Stop trying to like sit at a desk and work on an Excel spreadsheet.
What are you doing, baby? This isn't Freaky Friday or anything. Bob, what does unmew actually mean?
Unmew is a verb, and it's to set free. To release as from confinement.
Okay.
Like your boss, like he's all pretentious, but he wants to like be an everyday kind of man, so you put him in with the fucking cows at the dairy farm.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, so to unmew, it means you have to physically do it. Like you have to unhook the latch on the fence and let all the cows out in the road. Like you are doing the unmewing. It's not like a physical thing can unmew itself, is what you're saying.
If you love someone, unmute them.
Unmute them.
If you love someone, unmute them. I like that.
And if they mew to you, then I guess you lock them back in their pen.
Yeah, it was meant to mew. It was meant to mew.
Bob, do you know this? So unmew has that prefix un. Does that mean mew is to like contain something?
Yes. From the 15th century, mew, M-E-W, means to shut up.
I see. Okay, so that is okay.
Mew!
Really?
Wow, that really worked. Wow. I like it.
All right, well, unmew and nadies, we're moving on to our first scenario.
Okay.
I don't know, Dave, do you have something for us? It seemed like you seemed like you were cooking something up earlier.
It smelled like Dave was cooking.
I don't know, man. I mean, we have.
I got one.
Go for it.
All right, so you've got your nadies, right? And those low-slung jeans, like that's just a way to unmew your nadies, basically. So Dave, basically, you're going into the Gap and you want to buy like extra low-slung jeans, like you want your whole ass to hang out of your jeans.
Okay.
And Bob, you're working the counter, and you know that you have just regular low-slung jeans, but then you have a custom-made pair for a customer that didn't pick up their extra low-slung jeans in the back, but you don't want to give them to Dave because you just think that his butt is just not quite central enough to really pull it off. And then Mike, you're just trying to return a scarf that you bought that's a little too itchy.
I always am.
You're wearing your sweats, too.
Of course.
Okay.
I got this.
All right, this is the sound of me sashaying into the store. Swish, 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 swish. Farouche, farouche, farouche.
Hi, welcome to the Gap. My name is Gary. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, first of all, you don't talk to me first.
Help you with?
I talk to you. I tell you what I want. The customer's always right. First of all, I want you to look at this ass. Pot out.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, you see that ass? You see that ass?
I unfortunately did, sir.
Right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no. This ass is the ass that sank 1,000 ships, my friend. Okay?
I am aware. I'm blind in one eye now.
Damn
Thanks.
straight. Now, what I'm looking for is a nice cut of booty-hugging denim. But I don't want it to hug my booty so much as I want it to push it and lift it up out. You know what I mean? Like, I want top quality nadies cleavage just springing out the jeans. Like, I want these jeans to be so tight around my butt, I can't fit a wallet in there. I got to go front pocket with my wallet like some kind of weirdo who's on vacation afraid of getting pickpocketed. You know what I mean? Like, I want that. That's what I want. What do you got for me?
Well, we have these low-slung jeans over here
Okay.
that I think will almost do what you're looking for. We don't have anything like you would find at like Hot Topic, but we do have these.
Okay,
try these
I'm not
on.
looking for a pair of Jenko jeans. I'm looking for some really seriously low slung. Like, I mean, so low slung, you just cut the low out. It's just slung. Like, there's no low about it. It's just slung. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with your judgment. I'm gonna try them on. I'll be back in a second. Swish, 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 faroosh, faroosh.
Excuse me, sir.
Karen, do we still have those ones in the back that were for the special customer?
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Like anklet cuffs.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, hi. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the Gap.
I was here a week ago, and I bought a scarf, and here, just look. I have
Where have you
rash
had this?
all the way from up here
I know. So does this scarf.
down to here.
Whoa.
This rash is from this goddamn scarf. I want to return it. I don't have the receipt. I cut the tag off because I'm not a heathen like some of these motherfuckers that steal their fucking New Kids on the Block CDs. I am a fucking paying customer. I want a refund. And if you have any sort of cream, that's gonna take care of this.
The only cream we have is hair gel. And we actually do have a lot of that in stock from Christmas.
I'm gonna try it right now. Thanks for the free sample.
Slam down these jeans on the desk. They do not work, okay? First of all, guy, get away from me. You smell like you work at Denny's. You're supposed to help me here with some slung jeans, okay? These are not slung enough. Like, I got maybe 3/4 of booty popping. I need a full, 5, 6, or maybe even like an 8/9. Like, I need booty popping out.
Listen, kid, with the ass hanging out of your fucking pants. I was in line first. I don't care if you came from the back. You're cutting ahead. I just need to process a return. Look at this rash.
You sound like you need...
This is America. Look at this rash.
You sound like you should be hanging out at a children's playground right now. What are you doing in a Gap? Okay? I don't like your face. I don't like anything about it.
Hey guys, I have an idea.
I'm gonna start swinging.
Why don't you try on these pants that are made out of a scarf, and you try on this scarf that's made out of these weird pants?
Huh.
Fine. Swish, 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 faroosh.
Okay, well, why does this scarf smell like crotch?
Okay, we're good. And see, I feel good about it. I feel great about it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of pissed that you didn't offer him any natives. So basically, I know his wealth hadn't been taken away, but
I was getting to the point where I was going to crack open a cold nati ice. Like, I was going to hook him up, but
natives.
Yeah, but we also don't have a half hour to progress this narrative properly.
Yeah.
So good.
And what else more did you want? I worked in the faroosh.
This is true. All right, let's move on. I think I'll go next, unless you want to, Ryan.
Will you?
Oh, but hey.
Huh?
Will you?
Should we do another toss-up? Right?
I would, but I didn't plan for another toss-up.
Oh, 2 claps. I fucked that up.
Okay.
It's okay.
Right.
I can do the toss-up if you guys want.
Fine.
No,
go
it's all
ahead
your-
and toss us up.
Okay.
Oh, you want to toss up?
Yeah.
Okay. This is really going to mess with the recording for Bob, by the way. It's just nothing but claps. Okay.
I hate you
3
guys
clues, okay?
so much.
First one is Gitch. Okay, I'm thinking of a phrase, 2 words.
Okay.
Okay? It's 2 words.
Okay.
Second clue.
Pop collars.
It is a no. It is a sexual move.
Italian wedding.
Cleveland Steamer.
No, both wrong. Okay, third
Boston
one.
pancake.
It is a variation of the Amazonian sleeping bag.
Shit. Wow. Dutch oven.
Cincinnati necktie.
No. Nothing? You guys got nothing?
The
No.
rusty trombone.
No, it's called a Hot Richard. Ryan, you go first.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Dave.
All right. My word this week on Word Rango is Gout pen.
Galpan?
Gout pen.
Galpen.
Galpen.
Okay,
Galpen.
I like that.
Bob,
Gout pen?
you will get 700 points if you can guess the spelling of Galpen.
Gaupen. Gaupan. Gaupan.
No. That's actually
Galpen.
pronounced Galpen.
Ryan,
Gaupine. Gaupan.
Ryan,
No.
how do you spell this word that is very clearly from a different language and is
No. In fact, it's not.
Gaulpin.
Bob.
Gaulpen.
Galpen your heart with a key. It's Gowpen.
Galpen.
Galpen.
I got it. Gaupen is the word for the button on every evil robot that either turns it off, deactivating
turns
it and
it
saving
on.
the city, or sets off the thermonuclear device hidden right inside the robot's gallbladder.
That's a tricky button.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
Why would he have a gallbladder if he's a robot?
It's true. You have to take care of that
Gotta
bile.
process that alcohol, man.
Where else do they keep their thermonuclear devices? Hello? I mean, really.
Clearly, your robotic anatomy class has failed you, as Dave's regular person anatomy class has failed him.
I took robot anatomy in Philadelphia public school.
Hey, yo, so here's the robot gallbladder. Here's the cheesesteak.
Here's the Pokemon.
Here's the water tank. Right here. It's the water tank. Right?
Water.
Water.
Okay, so there's a button that will either basically kill everyone or it'll shut it down. And now, are you ever able to discern between the two buttons?
Is it 50-50?
Well, that's where you need a gal pen specialist.
A Gout pen senpai?
This is the guy that you call in the third act of your movie, who obviously knows what's going on, but still almost like a Jeff Goldblum kind of guy. Still seems a little squirrely and might not know what's going on.
It's always Jeff Goldblum. It's a Jeff Goldblum guy that's having family issues, that's been out of the force for many years, but gets called in because he's the expert.
And is obviously drunk when he first
Or it's like
shows up.
Sean Connery in The Rock having escaped from what's that fucking Alcatraz, right? Yep.
Boy, I know exactly where the Gout pen is.
Winners always whine about their back. They go home and date the prom queen. You guys remember that line? That was like my favorite part of that movie.
I think
Anyway,
so,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah,
I don't think he says date in the real version.
probably not, but still. Okay, so that's
He does in the TBS version.
Yeah, that's
my favorite version.
Yeah.
Dave. What's your guess as to what Gout pen means?
All right, so you know how there are a lot of support groups out there? Mm-hmm. So we have support groups for everything. You got Alcoholics Anonymous. You got
King of the Hill fanatics.
King of the Hill subreddit. You've got all these other things, right? So there's one bar, and I don't know where it's
Quaffers.
at, right?
Roseanne bar?
Quaffers is the only bar. It's a bar, right?
Okay.
And every Tuesday night, you will find a bunch of guys and ladies who have gout go to this bar, and they hang out, and it's called the Gout Pen. Right? I mean, in this day and age and Twitter and 140 characters and everything, we can't just, fully pronunciate words. I mean, hey, I'm the first most guy to tell you that pronouncing an entire word is just a waste of fucking time. So you go to the Gout Pen where you can have a couple drinks, knock back some drinks with your friends, talk about your gout pain flaring up, and, maybe get somebody to rub some lotion on it or put your foot in a bucket full of cold water. I don't know. What do you do for gout? I don't know. So that's the Gout Pen. It's a bunch of like-minded people who suffer from the same weird disease, and they just knock back a couple Miller Lights, watch some episodes of Everybody Loves Raymond, and just hang out and have a good time. It's the Gout Pen.
Robert. That's my Everybody Loves Raymond.
Robert!
Yeah. That's like actually, it's where they go. There's that convention that they hold down in Vegas, and they go to the Gout Pen afterwards. It's Gout Gab. They just dish about gout. Like they're just there, and maybe it's at fucking Caesars or something.
They get mad at all the people who have Alzheimer's and diabetes. They're like, they're taking all the research money from us. We need to figure out this gout problem.
I got this gout, and these bastards cancer.
Up. I think it's going to rain. My gout's flaring up. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Gout Gab.
Gout Gab.
Gout Pen.
107.7 Gout Gab FM. Call in with your gout problems.
I mean,
I
feel
got
like
terrible Tony on the line.
I don't have.
Yeah, Chuck, I got the gout.
No shit, you're calling Gout Gab.
Yeah, we know you got the gout. Tell us what kind of gout you got.
Oh, God, it hurts. I got the gout.
So
you sound like an Armenian immigrant.
with gout.
I got the gout.
So do you guys? I don't know what gout is exactly.
I don't think I do either. I thought it was like a skin thing.
No.
Gout it's a very painful condition where you have accidentally had a goat grafted to your face.
All right.
Gout. Gout.
I learned that in Philadelphia medical classes.
The next day.
Thanks,
Well,
Bob.
that's
Thanks.
helpful.
No, gout is actually, it's a disease where you have a form of necrosis that is affecting an isolated part of your body. So it flares up and it's like cells dying and it makes pain, I think. Like pain and
I got the gout in my naties.
right in my naties.
Oh, I got the naties gout.
I'd show you my naties, but I'm really, really I don't want to show you my gout.
Nadies gout, and it's all about. Yes, it's Nadies gout. Oh God, it hurts.
Please keep going, please.
I'm all for
Let it all hang out. I mean, we should make T-shirts for this convention, you guys.
I mean, look, if anybody would have told me, hey, you're going to do 5 minutes about gout on the show tonight, and it wouldn't be the worst 5 minutes of your life. It wouldn't be that bad. You'd be entertained the whole whole time, I would have said, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, there's no way
Get out of here.
There's no way we're gonna rip on Gout.
That's what I would have
for
said.
so
Let's
long.
keep going, guys.
Let's just
Get
cancel
outta
the rest of the show. You don't need my word this week. Let's just talk Gout. Everybody has Gout issues.
This is the moment.
Let's just get it all Gout in the open.
Oh.
This is the moment where Fonzie jumps the shark in our podcast, guys. Like, we can't get any better than this.
You can't Gout
We're
any
done.
better than that, I think.
Yeah.
Jumps the skin disease. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess my guess, I have to offer something. Gout pen, to me, is a gout-afflicted Tracy Chapman. Kind of like pre-fast car, that's basically it, running the small circuit shows,
No, all I can think is Melissa Etheridge, like, Gout to my window.
Oh, sure. But I mean, I'm thinking more Tracy Chapman,
Yeah.
Got me
Yeah,
one
that's
reason to stay here, and I'll gout it back around.
I drive a fast car, but I got this gout and I can't leave my apartment because it hurts so bad, but I'd drive that fast car away if I could. Fucking gout. Tracy, can you sing about something else? All right.
I sing what I know.
And what I know is gout.
What I know is Gout.
Oh, I don't want to gout you lonely. You gotta gout me, change my mind.
Whatever happened to Tracy Chapman? I feel like she just disappeared.
I am gonna have to
gout.
Google her now to make sure
Drove
she's
that fast car, right?
still alive.
I'm pretty sure she got a sex change and she became Tracy Morgan, right? Is that what happened? Cut her hair.
No.
Got some
That's a
Neds.
stretch.
No, Tracy Chapman's still kicking it. Now, the real question is if she's done any music lately, and I imagine she has. I mean, there's got to be something new, but
Check
anyways,
your Spotify.
I'm
Somebody
not gonna,
make a Spotify playlist for us and share it on our Facebook.
Yeah, with Give Me One Reason and Fast Car, and that's all we need. Thanks. While we're at it, we may as well get some Eric Clapton Unplugged going on.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, that's Gout pen. Ryan, can you tell us what Gout pen actually means?
Galpin your heart with... Yeah, so Galpin means, basically, it's the hollow of two hands held together as if forming a bowl.
Oh.
So, like, when you, get water from the sink and stuff like that, you're fucking forming a Galpin.
Wow. Okay. So
Lap up that water. It's super common. Like, I can't believe none of us have heard it before.
well, I mean, we always say cup the hands, but that's
No, Galpin.
yeah. Like if you want to go upper class, like high society, if you're hanging around with a bunch of people who like subscribe to the New Yorker,
no, but I think it's a
Gout pen.
difference in measurement, right? I mean, if you cup your hands, you make a cup. It's a smaller, container. Whereas if you make a bowl with your hands, you open that up a little bit more. You can actually hold more in your hands.
Like soup.
Yeah.
Like you can get. I mean, it's a little hot, but you can.
So I think
Nice Galpin. Get some.
I think
cheddar
a
broccoli.
Gout pen is when you don't have a bowl, but what you do, and this is a true test of friendship, you pour your chicken you pour your chicken dumpling soup into your friend's hands, and then you eat it out of their hands, right? And they form the
Shit,
Gout
that's
pen,
hot.
right? And then you do it back the other way, and you have your beef stew in your hands, and they eat it out of there.
I feel like
It's like third-degree burns.
we're given like the skulls and like other collegiate secret societies. We're giving them like good initiation techniques.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you've been like flogging guys. Like, come on, that's bullshit. That's so passe.
Mm-hmm.
Get a fucking Gout pen in there. See who can hold like the most cheddar soup in their hand, like for as long as they can. And then
Or welcome to the creepiest date night
yeah,
ever.
just like hold it there. I want to dip some bread in. Hold it.
Kathy, come here. I know it's our first date, but eat this cheddar cheese soup out of my Galpin.
Now the real like most hardcore fraternities are the ones that do fuck I'm French onion soup, right? So they have you they actually put a slice of cheese over the top of your Gout pen hands, and then they have you hold your hands in the oven for a while to melt it over the top.
Wow.
That's a lot. That one you get blisters and everything from, but it's so delicious though. You can't say no to it.
It's a lot more sanitary than the Nadies Galpin.
Yeah.
With that butt cleavage, you get like a nice like minestrone, and you have to have really low slung jeans to pull that off. But man, yeah,
Like chicken and wild rice soup, just like
nice and hearty, like thick. Yeah, you gotta really.
Now the real trouble comes in when your friend that is holding your soup for you has gout. That's when it's
shit. Yeah,
I can't tell if the burning is from this soup or from my gout. Hello, gout gab.
Is that celery? Is that flakes of celery? Oh.
Whoops.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
But I feel like the gout pen would actually be a good like psychological tool, right? Like I am deathly afraid and disturbed by mayonnaise, right?
It's like a trust fall for hungry people.
Yes, a trust fall for hungry people. Absolutely. Mayonnaise would make me throw up, but if I could like make a gout pen with my hands and hold it there while, say my best buddy dips his ham and cheese sandwich in there, like that maybe we could build on the bonds of friendship, and I can also overcome my fear of the most disgusting substance in the world.
I've been thinking about soup this whole time. There's so many foods that we can use gout pens for.
Any kind of
condiments.
Any kind of viscous liquid, really. I mean... Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Yes.
We have
WD-40.
At some future episode of Word Rango, we need to delve into your fear of mayonnaise.
I'm right there with him. Fuck.
Not tonight.
I'm not a mayo guy,
but someday soon.
That shit is gross.
Wait,
how do you guys eat
you're
that
from the
shit?
Midwest.
And listeners at home, that's foreshadowing. You're welcome.
We need to move on, but I want to come back to this gout pen stuff. I think we have an untapped potential here. Not quite on the level of Sinter app, but definitely there's something there that we can do.
Gout pans across America, guys. Gout pans across America.
Oh, save that, Dave. Save that. Trust me, we're coming back to... let's get my word. My word this week is mixturate.
Okay. All right, I like
mixturate. Let's start with Ryan. What is your guess as to what mixturate means? Or do we want to just spell it? Spell it? You want to spell it?
I think it's just spelled. It's M superscript C, and then capital S URATE. Mixturate.
Well, sure. If you want it that way, that's fine. It's MICTURATE.
Yeah.
What's your guess for the definition?
I think it's just like, churrating something is turning something into a churro. And so basically this is a colony of Irish people that came and then they basically they invented churros. But when you turn something into a churro the Irish way, you mixturate it. And it just adds it's like potato flavored churros with the cinnamon and stuff on top and coated in beer.
All right. So there's
mixturate.
I'm not saying anything because I'm actually like really turned on by that idea.
Doesn't it sound delicious?
It appeals to my Irish heritage. It really does.
And festive. Happy St. Patrick's Day next month.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the point where I was supposed to laugh. I kind of like, okay, the potatoes, okay, whatever. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm going to eat that. Like, I want to put that in my body.
Potato churros? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down with it.
Well, now that we got the recipe out, let's get some definitions.
Let's let the dogs out.
Bob, what do you think mixturate means?
Well, I don't think I know what mixturate is. I know what mixturate is.
Okay.
However, let's go a different direction. Mixturate. Wow, that word is really a mouthful. For those of you who know what mixturate is, I'll just let you ruminate on that one for a moment. In fact, the word mixturate...
It means gargling balls.
The word mixturate does not mean to have a mouthful of something, typically like a morning breakfast cereal, and to chew it without your teeth ever touching. You know, like when you've got your gout pen full of French onion soup, and it's too hot.
Yeah.
And it's so hot, and if you fully chew it, you're gonna like burn the lining of your mouth off, and it'll drop on the floor like a fatty part of a pork loin. It's that kind of thing. So you're chewing with like your mouth open, and it's so hot.
And you're sort of exhaling all the hot air as much as you can, right?
Yes, you're breathing fire. So you're not swallowing napalm.
You eat napalm for breakfast?
Mixturate. Don't
He loves the smell of it in the morning. What can he say?
Oh.
Napalm. It even sticks to babies.
The thing is, jeez. Yeah, that's going to cause some serious problems with like your bran flakes. That's just going to tear up your mouth. And then, man, fucking grape nuts. What is that going to do to your digestive system? That is
Lest we forget grape nuts. Like, yeah.
You have to chew that shit. I mean, but for hours. And then he's talking about not even using teeth.
Or Raisin Bran crotch. Nope. I mean, like, we have so many issues. Okay. Chewing with your teeth not touching is mixturating.
It's like a game.
Dave, what do you think it means?
All right, I think mixturate is it's a kind of word where like let me paint a scenario for you.
Please
you
do.
and a couple buddies, you're going to go to Monday Night Raw, right? And you want to go and go pretty early, but of course before you get locked into the stadium and you're looking at Triple H's oiled deltoid pec abs, you're just like, you know, we got a mean manly hunger. We got to like carbo load before we go in there so that we can scream and hold up our signs and everything. So you and your Chevy Corsica full of friends pulls into the McDonald's and you roll up through the drive-thru and you order a whole bunch of garbage. And you sit in the parking lot and you scarf down, right? And so you have one bag between all of you, maybe two bags if you're a bunch of fatties like me. And you have a bunch of food in there and you're all scarfing down. You're not paying attention really to who ate what and what was consumed, right? And so somebody goes into the bag and they're like, whoa, this is like empty. There's no food left, right? And you're like, who ate the McNuggets? Like, who ate the Big Mac? Like, who ate the double Whopper with cheese? And so you basically look around at your friends and you're like, where did this go? You know, who ate what? And mixturate is basically, it's like, I make sure I ate that. I know I ate that thing. Like, I'm keeping a personal tally back here. Yes, I had 3 chicken nuggets. I had half a thing of sweet and sour sauce. I had 1/4 of a McDouble. I had 2 chicken snack wraps. Like, you're mixed sure of what you ate. But the other people in the car aren't really sure what they ate. They weren't paying attention. But you were the smart one. You were like the data of the group. If you watch Star Trek, data, as some people call them. And basically you're basically like the treasurer of your group of really trashy friends getting ready to go to Monday Night Raw. So you are like the punches of Power Kid and Goonies. You are the one that's like responsible. You know what's up.
Food auditor.
Yeah, you're the food auditor. Yes, you're the food auditor.
So have you ever been the food auditor when you go out with a group of friends to like a pizza place? And you have to split the bill. And, you know, you're like in 8th grade and everybody has cash that mom and dad gave them. And you actually, since you're the auditor, you divide the numbers so that you don't have to pay. Did you ever? Anybody?
I have a feeling
you never going to dinner with Bob. That's for sure.
I'm glad we're totally honest about this.
I did not.
Oh, Bobby, you
I
had
did
4
not
pieces?
either. I'm maybe
all I'm thinking is like you're the Hut charade there because you're all at Pizza Hut. You got a stuffed crust cheese pizza, and you're auditing
the
everything.
Papa John charade. Yeah,
you're the Papa charade. Like, you know, you can apply that to anything. You're the have it your way charade. Like you know, anywhere you go, the eat fresh charade, all that stuff.
I'm not doing all the long division on this for free.
Long division.
Daddy's getting paid.
I like that Bob probably has like a visor on and like a 10 key, and he's like sitting there like just watching people eat and stuff like that.
One of those big calculators that has the sort of like receipt paper or whatever attached to it.
Yeah, he's like the court stenographer. He's not even eating food. He's just staring at everybody else. He's not looking at his little keyboard and he's typing everything down. And he's just like keeping track of the entire proceedings, you know?
Yeah, I-9-21. You had 8 pieces of pizza, see? And then,
like a baseball statistician.
Can you read that back for the record? Well, Bob said I'm going to have a chicken nugget, and yeah, exactly.
I love how long of a distance you had to go to tell us what your definition was. You gave us a whole story, right? And it turned out to be the guy that's keeping track. Like,
well, I'm one of the writers in the intro of the show, so of course I'm going to paint you a wonderful word picture. I'm going to take you to a fantastical world of dream magic, and you're going to understand that this isn't just a once a week podcast for me. This is my life, you know?
I mean, Mike, be honest, you're loving it.
Fuck. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Here's what mixturate means. It is, like Dave's word, a single word definition.
Ooh.
Mixturate means urinate.
Yeah.
I like to pee. And
I had a feeling that, you know, a couple of you guys would maybe know this word potentially, but I never had heard it before. But it just sort of popped in my head. I just thought, you know what? Let's see if we got a synonym for urinate out there.
Where does the mix come in? Is it like you and your buddy are coming out the bar and you're in the alleyway and you're not like...
It's MIC, not MIX.
Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking like, you're both zeroing in on that one brick on the wall and you're like, let's mix our urine like blood brothers. And it's like, sure, that's kind of weird, but I've been drinking all night. And you just do it,
MIX, true, yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of fun stuff that goes on in San Francisco, huh, Dave?
Now,
yeah.
Show of hands. Let's all answer this at the same time, yes or no. Have you ever peed into someone else's pee? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely.
Yes. No.
Yesterday.
Wow. All right. Good to know.
Well, look, one of the things you guys got to know about me is that I'm a big proponent for peeing outside.
Yes.
I love peeing in nature. I love peeing with just the wonderful wind kissing the tip of my pee-pee.
Is there nature in San Francisco? It seems like it's all... I mean, my impression of it...
No, it's... we have a gigantic park in the middle of the city. Like, it is amazing.
A man-made park,
giant urinal.
Yeah. It's mostly used for gay cruising.
And Dave has peed on everything except for 64 square inches of that park.
Yeah, and Suzik, don't judge him, man. Don't bring the mixture hate.
And he's drinking water right now.
I'm not judging... Okay, I am judging Dave. But what we need to do is we need to get to something more profitable, and that is our scenario for the back half of the thingamathing this week. I want to dive off of Gout Pen a little bit, and I think that we could provide a service to people, as we were sort of starting to get into as far as the Gout Pen hands for food, and I think it's a more personal way for people to eat. But I think what we need to do is we need to sell this as a product or service to people, depending on how you guys look at it. And we need to do this through an ad or infomercial. So I'd like for everybody to take a stab at it, starting with, let's go with Bob. Bob, Gout Pen hands. Why don't you try to sell this to the people?
Gout Pen hands. Let's see. Don't worry, I'll cut all this up in post.
Sure.
I think he will.
As he said so many times before and has not followed through with.
I think he's going to do it this time, and that's all right.
I do what I want.
I got one.
Friends, have you run out of bowls? That's all I got.
Oh, wow.
Use your hands. Have you run out of bowls? Use your hands.
We can move you to the back of the line. Let's move over to Ryan. Ryan, Gout Pen, sell it to us.
Oh, man, I got this great soup. What do you got, Jimmy? Oh, well, my mom packed this soup for me. Oh, shit, it's just sitting in this bag. She forgot to give me a bowl. What? Who's that? This van pulls up. Hey, Gout Pen's on the go. When you need something to hold your soup, you got a Gout Pen in a truck, and we come and we Gout Pen your soup for you. Gout Pen's on the go. When you got soup, it's hot as shit. You want to put it in a bowl, but you know you don't have one. So what you need is some hands with soul. Gout Pen's on the go. Here to hold your soup. If you've got a friend in need, you got Gout Pens on the go.
Gout Pens on the go. Dial 1-800-GOUT-PEN.
All I wanted to do was let your Gout Pen glow.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good.
That was fantastic, Ryan. Dave, I'd love for you to just bounce off of that and continue.
Bring in the glow.
All right. Hello, friend. Is your wife or significant other and or dog sick and tired of waking up in the middle of the morning just covered in empty bowls of just half-eaten soup in the middle of the bed because for some reason you won't wake up and go and eat at a table? You want to sit in bed with your soup and watch TV? Well, I got a solution for you. It's called a Gout Pen, okay? Basically what you do is you cup your hands together and you have a gnome or a slightly smaller person with a stepladder climb up into your bed and pour hot soup into your waiting, loving hands. Cup them together and then slurp it up, lap it up with such fervor as somebody who likes to eat soup in bed. I'm as lost as Bob was right now, but this is still a useful product. It's a useful product because, frankly, your wife or significant other is sick and tired of waking up with a face full of gazpacho. It's not cool, and you've gone through plenty of bed sheets this month. Galpen in bed. Galpen for New America. Obama 2018. That's all I got. That's all I got.
I don't think he can run for another election, but okay. All right, good. That was good.
No, it wasn't. Let's just cut it off. Let's just cut it off after Ryan. We can't beat Ryan, okay?
Dave, I think that there were elements of yours that you're definitely underselling here. I think you had some heart and soul to it.
And in this scenario, I had a significant other, so that's pretty cool.
There you go.
And who doesn't like soup in bed?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you're like freaking have a truck pull up while you're in bed at the middle of the night. You're going to need that mobile bedtime Gout.
Yeah, at best, it's got to be a Prius. The Prius has to pull up. You can't have a truck pull up. It's too loud.
It's definitely that niche.
That's going to wake everybody up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. You know, you can't do that. It's not cool.
No.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, affairs hurt everybody. They hurt families. They tear families apart. I understand. Sometimes we have troubles at home. We have troubles in bed. That's why you need Galpen, helping hands. Sometimes the best way to show that you trust the person you're with is by cupping your hands and letting them dip their mozzarella sticks into the marinara you happen to be holding. If you let a single drop of that spill onto their grandmother's quilt, they'll know they can't trust you. But you know that you want to be there for them for the rest of your life. Galpen hands. Do it. It's gonna save your family.
I just picture somebody who's like got a Galpen with their hands together and they just like dump in a bunch of loose Vaseline. It's like, man, it's winter. My lips are chapped. I don't want to use a chapstick like some rube, like some commoner. Like, right. I just want to dip my face full into that Galpen.
Galpen of Vaseline.
Just cover my face in Vaseline. Well, actually, think about how it revolutionized the boxing game, the sweet science, if you will. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to rub Vaseline across your face like some, Cro-Magnon. No, like, let's get dignified. I'm going to fill up my hands with some Vaseline, and you daintily dip your face in it like a civilized human being. Get out there and beat the shit out of that guy.
What I'm trying to think about is, what are the things that you don't want to Galpen ever, right? Like gasoline or
sulfuric
acid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Holy water?
Hot marinara. I mean, most of the things that we've described, you're not going to want to Galpen. I mean, really, it's just water that you're going to want to do that with when you're really thirsty and there's like a lake or something, like a river.
Also, think about all those poor day laborers that are hanging outside of Home Depot have nothing to fucking do every day. Like, hey, why don't you Galpen?
We can employ them all.
Galpen some guacamole. I want guacamole on the go, man.
Good Lord.
And you know what? I care about the environment. I don't want to fill up some plastic cup and carry it on the hot dashboard of my Ford Astro van while I drive around trying to sell Tupperware to old ladies. I want a human servant there to treat my guacamole with the dignity it deserves. A firm, calloused palm just waiting, ready with that guacamole, so I can just dip a finger in or dip a chip in and just, get my zesty fix all day, every day.
Preferably larger hands so you can hold more.
Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, Galpen.
Well, Dave, just so you know, it's a Chevy Astro, not a Ford, you fucking idiot.
No, it's a Ford Astro van. My dad had one when we were growing up.
Yeah,
Thank you
and I
very
had a
much.
Chevy Astro. What's up?
Yeah, Astro. I'm talking Astro van, okay? With the sliding door.
Yeah.
And the big, like, don't ever have sex with me kind of look of it.
Yes, I drove one, and it was a Chevy.
Oh, okay. Well, you must have had
this
the
is weird.
worst, horrible
now
version.
I'm glad we're having this out. Yeah.
Anyways, Gout out of here. I think we covered everything as far as the importance of Galpen and what it can do for everybody. And I think what we need to do is get some escalator pitches in. Dave, you went first. Can you give us your escalator pitch for Nadies, please?
Okay. So up until now, the only thing we've ever been able to call it really is a whale tail. Okay? You have a lot of booty hanging out of them pants, out of them yoga pants, them shorts, them bike shorts, them yoga pants.
With all that junk.
Yeah, get that nadies in my hump. I feel like Toothless Fergie, callback is a very good spokesperson for the nadies movement. But nadies is just, it's my classic like MO. It's a really fun word to say. It's really quick. Gets right to the heart of the matter, the butt heart, and it's just fun, and like, what else are you going to say to somebody? You're like, oh, your ass is hanging out. Oh, crap, there's a little kid sitting next to me on the train. You say, hey, check your nadies, bro. Hey, lady, watch them nadies.
Hey, lady,
scoop them
check
up.
your check your
Hey,
nadies.
ladies, check your nadies. That is wonderful slogan potential. I feel like nadies is just, that's going to revolutionize the whole butt game in this country and in this world, frankly. So, vote nadies and love the nadies you're with.
Bob, unmute. Escalator pitch, please.
Just think about it. If you are internet, if you're just pent up, what you need to be is unmute. If you have a cat that will not shut its face, you need to have that cat unmute. If I had something else to say that involved mewing, I would say it here, and then I would say unmute.
Well, way to crack open that template for everybody to use at home. Just giving that one away.
Unmute 2018.
Okay, good. Ryan, Gaupen.
You want to get with the ladies? Blast those nadies. All right, so I think with Gaupen, I mean, we've already kind of talked about it. We've got all these different useful business ventures that we're trying to kind of get there. But this is like the au natural. This is like the most natural we've come with. The app, all those different things, those don't come from nature. You know what comes from nature? Your hands.
And your butt.
And you know what else? Well,
Thank you, Mike.
True.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Yep.
What? I didn't know this was a debate. This is a pitch, man.
But
This
if you
is an
think about
elevator
it,
pitch. Get off my elevator.
the hands are the butt of the arms, really, when you think about it. So, you're right there, man. You're right in the butt game with me.
And the Gaupen is the butthole of the hands. And if you want to, the thing is like, we don't always, like when you're out at a restaurant, you don't always get a bowl with your soup. Let's face it. You don't always get that bowl that you ordered with your soup. So what are you going to do about it? Well, like you're going to, like the people at your table, like they're going to need that bowl. And what you're going to do basically is like tell the server, look, pour that piping hot minestrone right into my waiting hands. And I'm going to let my wife drink from my hands this delicious marinara or minestrone soup. It's just a very loving thing to do. And you know what? Like, just if you're a true friend, you'll Gaupen.
Yes. If you're a true friend. Okay, and then for me, mixturate. Look, we all do it a couple times a day. Everybody pees. And urinate, it's just kind of an awkward word. No one wants to say it. Everybody says pee. Everybody says piss. But it's, like not all of those are, acceptable in everyday tone. But mixturate is. And on top of that, it sounds a little classier. If you say, pardon me, I need to go mixturate, everybody's going to be like, oh, that guy is going to go make us like, a nice bread bowl for our soup because no one wants to use their hands.
That guy's going to go make us a nice mixtape.
He's going to make us a mixtape. That's awesome. What a cool dude. And really, you're just going to, drain the lizard and all that. So mixturate is, I think, it's a nice word that I think we could use more, which is why I wanted to bring it up. This whole purpose of that. But that's my escalator pitch, as weak as it was. What we need to do is we need to get some votes. Bob, I'd like for you to go first. Can you have to pick your top two choices this week between nadies, Gaupen, and mixturate.
Nadies, Gaupen, and mixturate. Mixturate. Okay. If I were to
God damn it.
unmute one of these words, which word would I unmute? Unmute, of course, meaning to set free. Unmute.
Oh, lovable, predictable Bob Ball.
Yeah, never gets old.
Let's go ahead and my number one word is going to be Gaupen.
Okay.
Yes.
The second word that I will unmute is now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pick unmute.
No, you can't. No, you can't do that.
I feel like you've done that before.
I can't unmute.
You cannot.
I feel like
Unmute is forever mute.
Bob Ball's the dependable dad I never had. Like the dad that I always wanted to pick me up from softball practice no, actually I didn't play softball because I'm a man.
The one that always made you walk home.
yeah, basically. Good old dependable Bob Ball.
Bob, nadies or micturate?
Number 2, let's go ahead and unmute micturate.
All right. Ryan, you pick next. You have to choose between nadies, unmew, and micturate.
Well,
Pow pow, pow pow pow.
What?
That's the nadies flying out. Don't you remember that wonderful skit? That wonderful skit we did like 40 minutes ago, you asshole.
Yeah, no, I think I gotta go with nadies.
Oh yeah.
Get those butt
Thanks
cheeks
for
in the
that
wind out
fucking
there.
Table talker over there.
Yeah, well, it's really just the butt cleavage. I like the idea of it.
Sure.
And then I think we're gonna have to unmew.
All right.
Nice.
Upon the world for number 2.
All right.
Mew on. It's me unmuting.
Wow. Dave, you have to pick between unmew, Galpen, and micturate.
I gotta go with Galpan. Galpan.
Galpen.
That is just, man, that is a fucking great word. Ryan, can I just take a second and just...
It is a good word.
Oh, good. More clapping. Yes,
Clapping
more
his
clapping.
nadies.
That is just that. Yeah, I was clapping my nadies. Yeah, that was me.
Get
That was me
butt cleavage
twerking,
out
guys. That was me twerking. No, that is a fucking primo word. Like that's going to go down in the nadies of history as being one of the best words of this fucking show ever.
The butt cleavage of history.
Yeah, well, I was thinking annals, which kind of makes you think anals, which makes you think butt, which makes you think nadies. Please follow along with me, guys. No, that is just fucking amazing. And for my second word, as much as I want to go with Mike's word, it's just too hard to say. So I'm gonna go with unmew.
Oh,
Mike
Play to your audience, Mike. Play to your audience.
It's so hard to say like half of the dictionary for you.
It has like 6 consonants in it. Like, what kind of word is that? That's ridiculous.
Micturate.
Yeah.
3 syllables, but yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
well, that's one.
no game.
That's 2 syllables, one too many. So yeah.
All right, fine. There's another one for unmew, and for me, I will cast my vote for Galpen to win this week. And since I have to give another one out, I will give it to unmew. I thought unmew was good. The idea of an adult child just terrifies me. So yeah.
I win again.
No, the winner definitely this week is Ryan with Galpen.
Unmew.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Galpen your heart with a key.
And if you want to get in touch with us with your gout problems, Bob, how do they do that?
Gout. Oh, God, it hurts out. You can join us on Twitter, twitter.com/wordrango. We'd like to send some Twitter love out to Colostomy Boy, The Optimism Club, Glib Shark, Oboe Crazy, at Kempo B. That sports gamer also asked us, I need to make a good name for this new conference room. Is there a list of all the word Rango somewhere, all of our words? Indeed there is, friends. Over on our Facebook page, if you look at, what is it called? That posts by other people.
By lesser people. Something.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes. If you look at posts by lesser people / Mark Zuckerberg, Oboe Crazy on there has actually made a list of the words we've used with the winning words, one of them being unmew. Last week, I said that D. Feliz, we made fun of him because this show make that trip home going easy.
Shut up, Donnie. Shut up, Donnie. I know him. He's a jerk. Shut up, Donnie.
But I'll tell you what. He was right. He said, "Oh, come on now. It was a tetragram," and it was.
Damn.
And we totally missed it. That sports gamer also said, "Whoever produces Word Rango should quit their day job and become a full-time podcast producer."
Oh, thank you. I do good work.
Yep. You do a fantastic job, Dave.
Yeah, I try. I don't,
Thank you, Dave.
I'm not looking for any praise, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally intentional that he adds those police sirens in every week.
yeah.
Not his dangerous war zone.
Have you ever seen a Liam Neeson movie? It adds tension and drama. Come on, guys.
Right.
Release the Kraken. Andy Dickta also said, congrats, Bob Balvio. For me, because I produce this show, I'm the one who carries the heavy load of carrying these guys down the street with me.
Heavy load.
And police sirens. Also, on Twitter this past week, there was a bunch of love started by none other than Mike
Oh,
Suzette.
nice.
Ooh, thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Love surrounding myself with talented, funnier people. That's why Word Rango is my favorite thing. Thanks to Ryan the Lou, Dave Hinkle, and Bob Ball.
I straight up didn't mean any of that. I hope you know. That was just to get some people to say, "Oh, this is really nice. I should pay attention." That's just a tactic to get people to pay attention to the show, guys. Come on, get with it. That's how social media works. Everybody's a sap.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of sappy, especially when at Ryan the Lou whips up cinterapp.com before today's episode of Word Rango even hits the digital airwaves. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is S as in
itself
Sam, I-N.
It's Bob Ball VO. I always thought it was Bob Ball Vo.
Well, he's Vogue.
I'm voguing.
Paul
yes.
Vogue. And yes, it's SINTERAPP.com, cinterapp.com. If you haven't gone there yet, do it. It is
Seriously, it is an amazing website.
It is. Between that and sexyrakes.com, I don't know what to do with myself. So much comedy in such a small, confined space.
Well, you go to Sexy Rakes first, and then you beat off to a really nice old rake, and then you go to Cinterapp, and then you type in "Dear Father, I've sinned," because that fucking Sexy Rakes are so sexy. Like we're basically producing a sin loop here. We are just fucking geniuses. Mostly Ryan is a genius, but we'll ride his coattails to fame and fortune. But no, oh man, both those sites are so good. Please visit them and laugh at them just for a couple minutes. It'll make us so happy.
You can also join us on the Facebooks, facebook.com/WordRango. You can listen to the show on Stitcher and on iTunes. We also got an email this week from Jason Coplin that said, and I quote, "Hey gang, after listening to this week's episode, I had to write in. I haven't experienced Cheap Jack in my real life. Sometime back, I worked the overnight shift at a call center. It was easily the worst job I'd ever had.
So, yeah.
My shift went until 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
There was a Jack in the Box just down the road, and they were the only food establishment open at such an ungodly hour. About once a week, I'd console myself with some drive-thru on the way home. I was almost always the only customer at the hour, and I almost always dealt with the same employee. He looked like Danny Trejo's meaner, more tatted-up bigger brother, but was always super nice. He got to know me as a regular, which is its own special type of shame, and started slipping me extra breakfast burritos and coupons without me even asking.
Oh, we're going to get Danny Trejo's brother fired. Shit.
Manny Trejo.
Cheap Jack was what kept me going through one of the worst years of my life. Things are much better now, but I've moved and lost my Cheap Jack hookup.
You live in Australia?
I love how you switched to like JFK at some point.
Crikey, so I have to ask if it was worth it. Love the show, Jason Coplin.
So that's fantastic. I mean,
thank you very much.
Basically, if you have a good Cheap Jack, you don't want to let go. You just don't, right? If you want to have that hookup.
Well, the whole core idea of the Cheap Jack, which again, to define for people who don't know what it is, a Cheap Jack is when you go to Jack in the Box and you chat up a register person or a janitor, and you become friendly with them, and they start slipping you random chicken nuggets underneath of a napkin like a drug dealer, kind of give you a taste, and then you want to buy some more. The thing is, with a Cheap Jack is you share that, man. It's like Pay It Forward, starring Haley Joel Osment and that chick from Mad About Me,
Helen Hunt.
Paul Reiser?
Paul Reiser, What Women Want. You pay it forward. You share that. Share those stories with us. And Bob, where can people share those kinds of stories with us?
You can send those stories to us at wordrango@gmail.com. Or if you prefer, crikey, you can send them to wordrango@gmail.com. That's not a knife.
And
especially if you have any hand bowl related stories, like you worked the late shift and you didn't bring your bowl, and your boss came in and said, "Oh, you don't have a bowl? Pour that soup into my hands. Eat from my hands."
Or even better, take video of it and share it with us, and then we'll play it on the air, and everybody can watch it on our.
Let's
laugh about it. Or if you pay for the premium stream, you can watch along with us.
Rango, look, I'm going to eat my frosted flakes out of my hands.
Yeah, sure. Hey, people have done worse things on YouTube. They've done far worse things on YouTube.
Right, they've commented on anything on YouTube. That's usually the worst thing. And the most important thing you can do is when you're visiting us on iTunes, leave us a review. and rate us 5 stars. The review is nice. A couple words in there. Maybe just a couple characters. It doesn't really even need to make any sense.
Yeah, just mash your keyboard with your fat hand and then click 5 stars.
Exactly.
And that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
That's all I ask of you is to just blindly tap, and who knows? Maybe you'll put together something that's more coherent than anything I could ever dream of. So
or this show.
Oh God, that's a guarantee. And that'll do it. Tune in next week. We're gonna have 4 fresh words for you, and we'll cup them for you in a bowl for you to consume.
Yeah.
And then unmute them to you.
Gout pen.
Rango. Pango.